Picture me, Pacific ice on the ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dot team. Man, who's you?
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Start fast, fellas! Start fast!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go, 14.
On 2nd down, Wilson gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 20 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. A beautiful spin and room to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is taken at the 15. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more. And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one. Yeah, I think he's locked in.
A give to Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. That's caught right side by Anderson. A good pickup there at 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The give is to Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Wilson on the keeper. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing now is Brady. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Brady. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A beautiful fake. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Bell, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. It's complete to Brown, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On second down, here's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the I. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Again, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds McDonald. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They go play action here on 1st down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Let's go, 14. Tempo.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
14,
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Brady to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary when I'm experienced. Get the flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till them don't need nothing. Yep, like in the Kango Anna. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Thing from a text, so I count setting numbers in the hood, do what I say, do. Break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee haw. Like the Black Panther week.